We ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Get this
All
shit
right.
going.
This week on Chilla and Vanilla, we're gonna talk about good old Fire Force, baby.
Fire Force, Fire Force. Oh yeah,
Soundgasm
indeed.
is
Welcome to the flame show, the fire show. Fuck it, I tried.
you did. You
Terribly.
lose.
You lose. Continue. So welcome back. Let's go over Fire Force and all of its greatness. We're not gonna break it down into seasons 1 and 2. We're just gonna do a full review thus far, since season 3 has been announced.
Oh yeah. We will
So
be
we
watching.
will definitely be watching, and we'll definitely be providing an episode on it.
Yeah, we
Don't
just
you
figured we're
don't
gonna
you
get this out
worry.
of the way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you want to kick us off?
Oh sure, oh sure. So starting off with my favorite character, Benny Maru.
Benny Matter.
That's a bad son of a bitch right there.
That boy Benny.
Like, okay, I'm gonna start. Like, my favorite scene of the entire show was when he basically evaporated that what are they, demons or
Odie, demon, whatever you want to call it.
yeah, the
It's
little
a
demon
demon.
flame
Yeah,
essentially. When he evaporated his ass in the sky and that the sound
that
of
damn
that whole
sound.
scene, yeah, that was whew.
Just firing it up, just right out the gate with one of the greatest scenes I think in audio. I mean, overall, the audio is
Yeah, that's the
fantastic in
biggest
the
part of the
show.
show. Hmm.
Uh, the audio, the animation is really fluid. The audio is just crisp, and that damn bass drop when he
Oh
kills the
yeah.
demon. Oh my god! It just adds that much flavor to an already badass scene, an already badass fight, and lets you know just how ridiculously broken of a character that Benimaru is, and kind of gives you that standard shonen benchmark
Yeah.
for our boy Shinra, Shinra Kusakabe.
Yeah, I
Uh,
guess we should get to the main
yeah,
character.
the MC, you just completely overshot that, man. Goodness.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that boy Shinra gives him a good benchmark of I need to get at least as strong as this dude to be any kind of, I guess, OP, but he's already kind of OP, like off the rip. So
Well, yeah, that is the thing with the show. Like they pull in some shit with making a Shinra pretty OP once he learns how to control some stuff.
yeah,
So like but I do like how he does start off like not like being that over aggressive young immature fighter that just wants to prove himself,
yeah,
but he's got to like learn to slow down and actually build himself his skills up so he's not just like auto badass.
yeah. He's actually got to grow.
Like he's gifted, but he's not the only one.
Yeah,
So
it's fun watching him grow though because it's unintended pun. It's trial by fire because he gets thrown into a lot of really holy hell situations, standard shonen fashion,
mhm.
where you should be just training, but they're like, "Nope, screw it. We gotta bump this bad boy up. Let's go." And so him and one of my other favorite characters, Arthur, him and Arthur, kind of go head to head. They'd be, I guess, it would be this universe's like Goku and Vegeta, if you want to put main and co-main together, or Naruto, Sasuke. It,
Yeah,
it's kind of like that, but it's in a more campy style. It's not
except
as
reverse, the MC's the black hair and the
yeah, exactly, and the supplementary character there. I guess as some people that we know call co-main, phrase that
mhm.
I fucking hate. But the uh, you know who you are. But yeah, their bond is interesting because they fight really well together, but they also don't like each other. Hence why I was like, it's a good representation of like the evolution of shonen characters, but also a little homage to the Goku versus Vegeta kind of thing of I'm gonna be the strongest type shit.
Well, yeah, but I think Fire Force does a better job of putting the comedy in it
Yeah, way
because
better.
their shit's hilarious. Like,
They even whenever it is serious, it's not serious to the point where the
yeah.
characters, especially when they know they're pretty much set in a fight, like they get they kind of play with their food, if you will. You know.
Well, shit, even when they're not set in a fight, they like what I like about the show is like they could be in this serious life or death fight, and then uh they'll be screwing around. Like uh when Shinra and Arthur were fighting in Benimaru's village
Oh
against
yeah.
them, and they're bumping into each other and shit against these bad guys, and it's like y'all could have just been killed doing dumb shit like that.
Basically, yeah. There's a lot of, I say campiness. It's not really campiness. It's more. It's a little bit more light humored. It's still a very dark show in the grand scheme of things. Spontaneous human combustion is not a very light topic, so
Yeah.
not at all. And them having to figure out, what is causing this, who's causing this, how is this even happening, how long has it been happening, is it even possible to stop it? All these questions that Station 8, the one where, of course, our main character is stationed, they have to figure out. There's a lot going on with that as far as moving pieces.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed that the characters all have different levels as far as their level of or generation of pyrokinesis because they actually control fire. So you have your first, second, and third generations, and then you look at somebody like one of my other favorite characters, even though he's a villain, technically, actually difficult to understand. Karen or Sharon or Karen, whichever, however way you want to say it. I absolutely love his power because it's almost like he's a brick wall. Like he
Yeah.
can take an inordinate amount of damage just because that's how he uses his pyrokinesis.
Well, yeah, and that's what I also like about the show a lot is like everyone they're really creative with like everyone doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't just a kind of bunch of groups of categories of powers. It was all everyone basically almost has their own unique thing.
Yeah, they have their
Like
own
I
way of
can't yeah.
manifesting it.
I can't think of any people that had like the two exact same powers.
There weren't any. They were all
Yeah.
different. If you look at Maki, for example, she's a second gen, so she can manipulate but can't create fire. Whereas you look at Benimaru, who, if I'm not mistaken, is a second or a third, I can't remember, but he can create and manipulate flame.
Yeah, he's like that hybrid type.
Yeah, he's a weird hybrid. Um, and
That's why
then
he's such a badass.
Karin or Sharon, he is technically a second gen. However, he can.
He sucks it in and shoots it
Yeah,
out.
he can. Yeah, he manipulates flame by, or technically, quote unquote, creates flame by just eating it. Like he can. She was wild. And then you have the weird thing with Haumea and Arthur, where they're both plasma types.
Yeah.
So yeah. So with that being the case, that they're plasma types, you run into a situation where uh, they're perfectly suited for each other. He's her absolute counter because of the fact that she can make EMF fields, and he can counter that shit.
Yeah, they do. It seems like everyone in the show has someone who's meant to fight them. Like they both have like their nemesis of a power
Mm-hmm.
type, and they usually end up fighting each other.
Except for people like the lieutenant. He,
He's that was actually a real creative one as far as like him
yeah, because
controlling the bullets. I would have never thought of that.
at all, I'm like, well, yeah, it's controlled explosion, so I guess it makes sense.
I guess it works.
In
Yeah,
the grand scheme of things, yeah.
it wasn't. I didn't. I wouldn't have thought that deep. But yeah, that was a good one.
So I enjoy his that he can basically make damn near unlimited ammo in
Yeah.
the grand scheme of things because he can just control that initial explosion and then just continue to make bullets from there. Uh, with other characters, like Tamaki, uh,
She's like a Sakura.
Yeah. No, I'd say worse.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I'd say
she
worse.
definitely gets saved all the time.
All the damn time. I don't understand it because she is damn near impervious to flame. Like all the rest of them can technically get burned by just stronger flame, right? Her
Yeah,
damage resistance is ridiculously buffed in comparison to everybody else's. Like she's damn near on uh Karin's level of damage resistance. But just her actual offensive output is pretty much useless currently
she
anyway.
just doesn't know how to fight
Yeah, she
either.
doesn't know how to fight. She's terrible in a fight.
But besides her though, I do like how Fire Force has a lot of like strong female characters,
Thank you. That's why she irritates
which
me.
yeah, yeah, which can take us into our our wonderful waifu of the
Oh,
week segment.
heck yes.
So this week we've got four candidates.
Aha, that's what you did there, candidates.
Candidates. Candidate number one is Hibana.
Mommy, sorry.
Candidate number two is Maki, Miss
Ooh,
Buff Baby.
yeah.
Candidate number
Muscle Bay.
three is your favorite ginger, Lisa.
Good old Lisa.
And candidate number four is good old Bad Arrow.
Arrow.
So let us know, comment who yours is,
These are
or
tough.
hit the social medias on who yours is, and then later on
We'll provide
we'll
you with.
announce and then discuss kind of why we picked who we picked
Indeed.
later on. So
There are reasons why there are some of the females in the show are not on this list, and if you
yeah, I
don't
mean,
know that, then there's something wrong with you.
yeah, well, throw in who you feel.
Yeah, throw in who you feel.
Free
If
speech
you
here.
just know that certain
You will be
certain
judged.
choices will you will be judged. Indeed.
But yeah, no,
FBI on the way.
I like Maki's whole story all the way from season 1 to season 2.
Hell yeah.
How like her family, like she was in the military, she was a badass,
Special
got all
forces.
buff, but her family wants to, protect her and doesn't think she can fight. And her brother's kind of an ass when it comes to not letting her prove herself. And
Kind
they
of.
like went to the whole extent of taking her out of the fire force to protect her.
Oh yeah.
And then eventually they got to the point where they had to accept that she saved their ass down under when she stopped the whole explosion.
Due to her brother's blessing.
Yeah.
Because
Which is stupid.
yeah, it was so stupid. He's injured, but he's the one having to provide the blessing while she's sitting here and controlling a detonation that could have genuinely leveled the entire city.
Yeah.
Never mind that though. Yeah.
Know your place, Trash.
Yeah, exactly. That specific storyline irked me, but I get why it needed to be placed in there. Yeah, it was a good backstory, especially for her. She needed a little more than just like rough, tough, badass chick. It was a good look into how she personally feels about certain things. As far as man, I don't remember being this swole. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was this jacked. Oh, yeah, she is still a woman. She's still very effeminate. She's just also a damn good fighter, and people.
Not a Cyclops over.
A lot of people had this weird thing that I kept seeing online anyway, in certain spaces where they were like, "Oh, I quit Fire Force. What's your reasoning behind quitting Fire Force?" Oh, well, they took a very strong female and made her all girly and made her a helpless character. I was like, they didn't make her a helpless character. She didn't want to be a helpless character. Did you even watch the show? Yeah, exactly. Like, at no point was she like, "I'm helpless." Oh no, she literally said,
Tamaki.
"Oh no." That's what I made sure I was clear that it was Maki that they were talking about, not Tamaki. They're like, "Oh no, yeah, Maki." Okay, yeah. I don't know. Again, I don't know what show you were watching, but she most definitely was not at any point weak and frail or trying to be dainty or damsel in distress. Nobody was trying to save her. She made her own way out. She convinced who she needed to that she would be able to get out, or that she's strong enough to be out in the field. So
Yeah,
yeah,
she's a bad bitch. You
hell
know
yeah,
who a
she is.
creepy bitch was? The
So,
puppeteer.
oh my god, right?
She's a weird bitch.
That was a fun battle to watch, but man, she was fucking strange. Her and Mr. I've been carbonized, but I just use my own like decayed
Yeah,
flesh as my flame weapon, basically
I only
with
want
the
to beat
smoke.
up the weak people because I'm
Yeah,
already rich.
you're too strong. Walks away. I was like, what the?
Like the Preds and Apex that Smurf.
Oh my god,
I
yes.
just want to fight the weak
Just
people
want to
because it
fight the
makes me
weak
feel
ones,
good.
man. Just give me the weak ones, bro. Yeah, he was a very strange character, and
Yes.
that whole like nuke thing with the kid,
Oh
that was a
yeah.
weird arc of a weird
Yeah.
battle. I mean, like that was very strange, and the fact that all it took was Haumea to kind of like hypnotize him.
Hmm.
I didn't realize you could do that, but okay.
Yeah,
Or that he
that's what I'm
was that
saying.
weak
Like,
willed because he was pretty strong willed. But I guess yeah, it would make sense that he's damn near snapped mentally because he's been getting his ass beat by this dude for years.
yeah.
On top of the fact that Starboy, the one that got fucking murked season one.
He got turned into a Rengoku like a dog.
Oh, RP. Yeah, he somehow was in this kid's head, even though he's the reason why he was put into this situation. He
He's
was
a
somehow
crazy
his
ass dude.
guardian mental angel. That was weird. That
Yeah, dude,
was
that is the one thing. This show is all over the place
all
with
over the place
stuff
sometimes.
sometimes. Like I was not sure where it was going. Like even just the whole concept of like the the power plant Amaterasu being powered by one of the pillars or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like even that, I was like, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that it's not being powered by like the original flame. It's like an actual person.
Yeah.
So
Like and they're like the show just goes all over the place with things like well like even the season 2 the beginning the talking animals and shit. I was like what, how did we get to this point? Like there was none of that. And
well, I
but
mean,
speaking of that arc, surprise character of season 2 is the boy Ogun.
Ogun. Hey,
I
that boy
appreciate
there.
that one.
That is probably one of my favorite
He
characters.
went Super Saiyan mode on
Right?
Pitch.
He's just like, oh yeah, no, I'm good. Are you sure you're gonna
I
be
was an
okay?
irrelevant character, and then all of a sudden I'm a
Yeah, like he was
badass.
just kind of there, and then it was like, oh well, Ogun will be joining y'all for this mission. Okay.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh, that's nice. All right, cool.
he's their
Black
token.
character, skateboard. All right,
Yeah, I know that too.
I was like, okay, cool. It was like, let's see how strong he is, and then he just melts everything. Oh, okay. And then you find out that,
Then you never see him again.
yeah, I know that really hurts. You don't see him again until that weird Shinra getting taken over thing, and he fights him.
Yeah,
But yeah, the allusion to illusion, not illusion, by the way, to the fact that whenever he does his flame ink, he's on par with Captain Burns temporarily, and that to me is absolutely insane because we've seen how ridiculously powerful Captain Burns is.
yeah,
Captain of the First, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Okay, I'm just saying, just get
I'm
yeah,
not being stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
we gotta jog the listeners' memories.
Okay, so you're
The
calling them stupid.
yes, no, not at all.
Some of
The
you.
the sequences with Burns are always pretty badass just because of how ridiculous his heat output is. Without him going overboard somehow, he hasn't really thought, if you think about it.
Never really tries. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
just
doesn't actually try. So whenever
just
he
testing people.
yeah, exactly. He never gets into it. But then at the same time, you don't know if he's good or bad.
Yeah, they still don't even know after see because well, that's the thing is like even that part where Benimaru and Joker
Oh, Joker.
were with like were infiltrating the company and then he was there. It's like, dude, I don't know what you're on. Which speaking of Joker, Naruto comparison.
There it is.
Our Naruto comparison this week is our boy Joker. He's got
Joker.
he's the goth, well, the extra goth Pain with his Rinnegan's. That's the first thing I thought when I saw him.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Yeah,
too iconic of like an eye design to like not
very true.
like how like they had to be inspired somewhat by oh shit.
I hear booping that mic.
Yeah, no, it's but I have a hard time saying goth and emo and stuff because Pain with all his little piercings and stuff was kind of already going that direction. So
I mean, Joker is
he's there. He's just
there.
He's a different kind.
Yeah, different kind. He's his own weird.
I think Pain's a little more emo and Joker's more of the.
He's just a broody character. Yeah, he's a little more crazy for good reason.
Yeah.
His background story was brutal, absolutely brutal.
Hard life.
Very hard. I was not expecting that, and then
everyone in this show's got some traumatizing backstory.
It's very true. I mean, like, Maki's not so much. Tamaki's not really. Potato Boy.
Yeah, but that boy Shinra, Shinra's got the normal MC. My whole family's dead, and I mean, like that's every Demon Slayer, Naruto. What else have we watched where it's like that?
Plenty.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like almost all of them are like that.
Like Asta from Black Clover, we have no idea what's going on with him.
I haven't seen that yet. So,
you haven't seen Black Clover?
Maybe we'll have to do an episode.
Yeah, you want to catch up on 130 something episodes?
Okay, we'll do a season at a time.
They're not seasons. It's all one season. We can do an arc at a time, but that would mean probably like at least 10 episodes of just Black Clover arcs.
Yeah, we'll plan it out. We'll see. We'll got other stuff planned first.
We'll see.
Yeah, no, so that'll conclude our Naruto comparison. We kind of got off course there.
You didn't really go into Joker. Joker is a very
well. I meant I just meant the comparison.
Oh yeah, the comparison.
Eyes. All I was comparing was his eyes.
Just his eyes.
As far as his character, it has nothing to do with Naruto.
Of course it does.
Now we can go into.
Of course it does. Look at his background, and then look at like Sasuke's background.
Anime. Some sad background.
The violence play as he tells us a tale of pain and misery.
Yeah, like no kidding. That's I'm immune to those things now almost.
Yeah, almost.
Depends on who it is and how bad it is.
And then you see Rengoku again, and you're just like, it hurts.
The feels.
All in the feels.
Well, Joker, we don't even know how strong he is because I mean, like hasn't truly fought either.
Kind of, but not enough.
Teed off with Sho, which kind of exposed where he had to try a little bit because Sho was like over there.
Sho's ridiculous though.
Was over there Zenitsu with his godlike speed.
In case for whatever reason you're listening to this and have no idea of these characters, Sho is the brother of Shinra. He's the younger brother who should have been dead in the fire. Who Shinra has known believed this entire time that his brother is dead and his mother was a demon that also died. It's always known. And then you find out the Sho is not dead. And then he tries to save his brother and nearly succeeds by going so fast. He like hit a different plane of existence and like showed him or unlocked all of the memories that his little brother had been brainwashed to forget. And then, Sho ended up in a scenario to where Haumea, I believe, got to him again and re-brainwashed him. So now he's back, quote-unquote, evil again. But, that was very interesting. Watching that one episode where the laws of physics just kind of get thrown out the window and even Lich, however you want to say it, the scientist, was like, so basically, fuck physics. Like,
like everything I got my degree for.
Yeah, he goes, okay, cool. Everything I knew about the laws of motion, out the fucking window.
Well, yeah, don't forget Bloodhound. Dr. Giovanni.
I saw the image and then you said doctor, and then I just did. It basically did a fusion dance in my head. Oh,
well, dude, like his whole character is weird as shit too. He's got all the mechanical parts, and then all of a sudden, season 2, he's fused himself with the insects. And
well, see, he's no longer a human.
Yeah, no, he's
based off of his experiments.
Yeah, no, he's
which is really fucking disgusting.
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
I decided to become one with the insects. I was like, "You're disgusting. Get out of here. That's fucking gross. Somebody get the fucking where's the roach bomb at? Let's see you fight that shit, bitch." Like
raid.
Yeah,
not Raid Shadow Legends. Raid,
we're not sponsored yet. But yeah, that. I don't like Giovanni whatsoever.
No, I hate his
ass. I hate him. Yes, like there are assholes on the show, but he is a special breed, man. That one character. Oh, speaking of Dr. Giovanni, remember that one character that they introduced from like I don't know 4th division or the 4th station? That the one with the captain that does like all these head workouts so that his head's strong as steel. No, not the whistle dude. He's for the recruits.
Oh yeah.
The other guy, the one, he's got this thick like handlebar mustache. And,
the military guy.
Yeah. So there's him, and then one of his guys that had like his ability basically was that he could track heat signatures at superhuman speed and could shoot and kill them really easily because that was his thing, right?
Yeah.
So they made this dude out to be like this absolute purity badass, like on level with like a Benamaru, and he's like, "Don't worry, y'all, we got." Hey man, he was oh shit, his head's off. Oh fuck, he's dead.
Oh yeah, I remember that was surprising when they just started murking people left and right.
I'm like, you can't introduce a badass character like that. Then he dies 2 minutes after coming on screen, dog.
Yeah, no, that was
that's some unexpected shit.
That whole scene was like they killed off some people there.
Yeah, I was like, what the? I had to pause it because I was genuinely in shock. It's difficult to shock me in anime.
Yeah, no, that him getting his head cut off. I was like,
because like he did it gave me the same feeling. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I doubt it because it's an older anime. Elfenlied. It gave me that. It gave me that sense when you know to give you some background on this is a brief like tangent. You know the female characters that are like super aloof, like oh goodness, like that, like super upbeat and all that shit, and like they're kind of clumsy or klutzy. Yeah, they're like comedic relief characters. Well, Elfenlied literally starts out the first 10 minutes with people getting ripped in half and shit because this. Because one of the experiments, what the hell's her name? Lucy, I think. Don't murder me in the comments of this if I butchered that or if I got the name wrong. I'm sure I did.
Go after him. Get him, boys.
Spare me! So she has like all these like mind control hand things, right? Like feelers, but nobody can see them. And she's, of course, super strong with her psychokinesis. Or telekinesis, whatever you want to call it. So she's literally ripping people into pieces as they're trying to stop her, like shoot at her and shit. It's like, oh, you just got disemboweled. Oh, she literally ripped your spine out of your ass. Oh, you've just been beheaded type shit. It's really fucked up. And there's like this scene where the tea girl is like, oh, whoops, I got lost. I'm sorry, I'm late bringing you your tea. And then everybody's on one side and they're just kind of looking at her like, move. Because she's right in front of homegirl and she's like, oh, hi, what's your name? And then she just like rips her head off and spins it around at them and throws it at their feet. Yeah. So it's like that. That was the moment that I felt from that. I'm like, oh, equivalent shit. Feeling. Yes. So, they really did that.
Well, to get away from the depressing gore,
so
we'll get to our waifu of the week announcement. All right, sir. So you want to have the honors this week of announcing the waifu of the week.
The waifu. I will do the runner-up first.
Oh man,
Of course, the runner-up.
We don't care about the runner-ups.
No. We're gonna do this one's. This is a special edition
Good
runner-up.
enough. Yeah. All right.
Because this is a very tough decision. And I'm gonna have to say runner-up is Princess Amana. Why do you think that is, Cole?
Well, she's runner-up. The other two are out because Lisa and Arrow. That's how bad she is. They were one-time flings. They were one-time things. Got
it's
one
like
scene.
You met her on Tinder, y'all had a good time, and then you're like, all right, we give it the old college try,
And then, as I mentioned before, we have Mommy Hibana.
Mommy,
it was. I'm telling you, it was a close decision. It was hard fought discussions.
It was a genuine debate here, as far as.
But she's just. She looks like she'd take care of you.
She would definitely take care of you. She would also. I won't say it. I'll be kind. She's a nice lady, but at the same time, if I wanted to be a sub, I would be a sub, and I'm not.
That's true. Yeah, Maki, I feel like you could switch.
Yeah, Maki is the winner of this week's waifu of the week because of the fact that she will not only give you the greatest bear hugs when she sees you, instant back crack, everybody likes those, but also she's just nicer overall.
And she can fight for you.
And she can fight. She would beat your ass. So you definitely wouldn't step out of line with either of these two very powerful, very strong women.
And she can fight the hose off for you.
Exactly. But then again, I mean, you won't really have to worry about that because of the fact that it's just one look. One stare from her will burn through your soul.
Hey, and that body's nice.
Shit, yeah.
The muscles. I can take some muscles.
Hashtag muscle bay.
Hashtag muscle bay.
Well, one of them.
Well, the one.
The one and only.
For this episode, at least.
Yes.
So, right. Congratulations, Maki, for your 2 votes from me and Lawyer.
I mean,
Like I said, comment yours. Let us know. Hit us in the comments if you're on YouTube. If you're listening on any of the podcast platforms, find our social medias. We have them linked all over the place.
All over this.
It's Chilla Vanilla something usually. I think Instagram's just Chilla and Vanilla, and Twitter's Chill Vanilla 5 or something.
Yep. Podcast Chill Vanilla 5.
Comment who yours is, or if we missed a candidate that you believe is better than our other ones.
Yeah, we picked 4. So again, there aren't very many options outside of those 4 that aren't in like lolly territory. All right, so let's not. Yeah.
Be appropriate.
Let's not be weird.
So let's know who wins for you, and maybe we'll get to a point if enough people comment it, and we'll actually throw out a Twitter poll and get more of a vote for our future winners and candidates of other episodes.
Heck yeah. Cool. But let's wrap this thing on up. Overall rating, what do you give Fire Force seasons 1 and 2 so far?
I'd say both combined. I'd say 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my original thought. 8 out of 10. I think it's a really good show. Like I said, all the different characters and just the story is good. They do have depth to the story. It is kind of randomly all over the place, it feels like sometimes, but it's still interesting. I stayed interested in it the whole time. I think where the score drops for me is some of the unnecessary fan service. Like there's, I don't mind a little bit, but it felt like there was just too much a lot of the time. There were some funny ones and some ones that fit well, but then there were a lot that were just didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
I think that's where it drops score for me. But I think overall 8 out of 10, I still enjoyed the hell out of it. I mean, I even bought a shirt, so if that tells you enough.
True. I have yet to get my Fire Force merch. However, both my work and PC computer have Fire Force wallpapers. We're there sort of. I think I agree with the 8. The 8 out of 10 sounds about right. The storyline could be presented a little bit better. Won't lie. The pacing of it can seem kind of rushed at times. Like maybe they were worried that it wouldn't continue or whatever for whatever reason. It's one of the most popular anime that's out there. Also manga wise, so I don't understand why they would be worried about rushing. Maybe budget. Who knows? Honestly, there were a lot of factors that small factors that played into me dropping it to an 8. Tamaki as a character, that's an entire point. I can't.
It's a whole rant.
I cannot stand her as a character. Not because oh it's a girl character. No, it's because they make her really weak. The sister is even less weak than she is, and she's completely unpowered. So
Yeah.
absolutely completely unpowered. There's no excuse for her to be as weak as she is. Hell, the sister is, if I'm not mistaken from the storyline, she's Hibana's like fellow orphanage thing.
Yes.
Yeah, they went to the same orphanage. The orphanage thing. I don't know what you want to call it. I guess it was technically an orphanage with the church.
Or is like a nun school or something.
Yeah, it was like a nun sanctuary or some shit. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah,
Nun sanctuary.
I guess. Yeah, it's really irritating because of the fact, like you said, the fan service. The fan service in this show stems around Tamaki. That's literally her. That's her. It's to the point where it's considered a quote unquote special attack, and or becomes a quote unquote special attack, and she's like, "You're not affected by my lewd, whatever the hell this shit is called." Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even know.
It's really fucking irritating. I can't stand her as a character. She's overall useless. She finally starts training because she's like, I want to be strong too, and I'm like, why? How did you even get this far? How have you made it this far?
Still alive.
Like you literally have been kind of in the background this entire time.
She's only alive because of that boy Juggernaut.
Yeah, Juggernaut literally lost a fucking limb for you to try and save you.
He's simping hard.
He did big time. He damn near died in the process of trying to save you. He had to drop a fucking nuke basically on this enemy to save you, and you're still useless to the point where you're like, I guess I'll start trying to train. Yeah, she ruined that for me. And then the storyline thing was the other point, as far as a major point for me. The storyline progresses, yes. The main thing that we're trying to find out here is who the hell the Evangelist is, right? What's causing all of the spontaneous combustion and so on and so forth, right? We know the White Clad exists. They're the main baddies. We know that the purpose of the White Clad is to get all 8 pillars, or all 8. Wow, English houses. All 8
words and stuff.
Words and stuff there. All 8 of the pillars that have the Adola bursts and original flame from way back when within them together in order to do whatever the fuck. Basically start the end of the world and do another like scorched earth by way of the Evangelist.
Scorched earth, motherfucker.
And so
some of you will get that.
The purpose of the 8th fire station is to stop that, figure out what all this is, and stop it before it happens. Great, that's the storyline. How is it possible that there are so many sub-storylines going on, but they just kind of stop worrying about them sometimes?
Yeah, that's the point of like the jumpy kind of. Sometimes it feels like it's jumping a lot, but either way,
it gets an 8 based off of those factors. Tamaki's
because it's the characters carry it for sure.
Tamaki's trash. So
Tamaki gets added to the always will trash list along with Seven Deadly Sins season 2 and up.
Facts. There is no redemption, and if they somehow manage to salvage that character, I don't
take a lot to
salvage that character. I'll be very, very pleasantly surprised. Anybody that's read the manga, feel free to comment and let me know just how wrong I am, or to agree, because I feel like you'll probably agree.
Well, all right. Well, that'll wrap this one up.
Yep.
Make sure to like the video or follow the cast and
Please like, follow, and subscribe.
follow us if you do like it, and all those normal things and stuff.
And
And,
whatnot.
put the socials on the screen, or like I said earlier, Twitter's like Chilla Vanilla 5, and Instagram's just Chilla and Vanilla. Sure, it's easy to find
Super easy.
with the logo. It's everywhere. So.
Just Google us for I believe we're the first result that pops up. We're just that cool.
Well, close
I say
enough.
that, but
Either way, hope you enjoyed this episode. We got more coming out. We're gonna do some smaller ones, so don't worry about that. I know we've done two big shows in a row, but we're gonna try and hit some small ones too for the some of those fan bases, and so hopefully we catch some of you that enjoy the shows we do.
Yep, we're gonna be reaching out with more episodes, as you said, that are focused on, I'd say, smaller anime, just not as hyped. Something to kind of fly under the radar a little bit.
Not as big in the public eye.
Yeah, things that we feel y'all would appreciate, y'all would be able to enjoy, or at least give a pass. I mean, everybody watches something at least once or gets about as far as they can, depending on how bad the anime is, like Isekai Cheat Magician. But yeah,
we'll end it on that.
We'll end it on that because that's pain. But yeah, y'all, good fucking show, and we'll see you motherfuckers next week.
Peace out.
Deuces.